Right now, we have the pleasure of speaking with the immediate past president of the Chartered Institute of Directors, a distinguished fellow of the Chartered Institute of Directors, in person of Alhaji Tijani Borodo. It's great to have you here, sir.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Yes, and this is day 2. It's the final day. I think I'd like to get a feel of your experience so far, especially being the immediate former president of the Institute.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Okay, I'm happy to be in your studio. Being an immediate past president, to me, I can say it's one of the crowning events I have done, because the committee that planned this annual general conference, I inaugurated them while I was the president. Okay, so it's a team I selected, and look at the excellent job they have done. I'm very proud of them. Having said that, I think the last 2 years have been very eventful, and they've been very, very useful for anybody who cared to listen and participate in the events. So I'm quite pleased that this is the second day and it's wrapped up now.
Right. And looking at the theme, leadership that lasts, it speaks to continuity, it speaks to foresight. In your view, and from all that you've heard, what defines leadership that truly endures beyond tenures?
You see, leadership that defines, okay, beyond tenure is, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of a leader? What is the purpose of that company? If you have a purpose in running a business that transcends beyond you, okay, I think that's the beginning. And then secondly, that business should go beyond you. So if you have that focus as a leader, it means clearly you are looking beyond yourself, but at the same time, you want to see a continuity of the business, and successfully too. So that's the reason why you must look out for the proper people to succeed you and continue with the business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there has been a lot of conversation, a lot of talk, a lot of recommendation, but we're moving towards implementation now, practicality. Yes, you've heard as a director so much at the sessions. How do you think boards can practically embed, as you've mentioned, succession planning into their long-term governance frameworks?
I think it starts from the communique we issued today, okay? We must make sure it goes to every director who is a member of CIoD, and also with a rider from the president to say, look, this is the communique from this 2-day conference. We expect you to look at them and see how you can practicalize these things in your own company. And I think that's the way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now I'm looking at continuity, preservation. How would you say companies can preserve the legacy that they have taken time to build, but also empower their successors to be innovative and also adapt and move with change?
The leaders will come and go,
yes,
but the company is there, and the purpose of the company, so long as it's clearly defined, okay, whomever that is going to leave, before he leaves, he wants to look back and say, who are coming to take over from me here? Have I got a pipeline of successors? If you don't have, please as a leader, be bold enough to say, I don't have worthy successors. You can go and look for somebody. And I think that's one of the ways a good leader should do, to replace himself while he's away. So I think that's one of the areas that when you are leading.
And it takes humility to do something like that.
Yeah, but you see, if you believe in the purpose of the business, it is beyond you. So you want to look back and say, I'm a proud person. What I've left, the people I've left, I'm doing terms for them now. To me, that's the way it should go.
Right, legacy. Now, reflecting on your tenure, what structural and cultural changes would you recommend that would strengthen the leadership pipeline across Nigeria's public and private sectors?
Yeah, you see, I think, I made a statement during the conference. If you don't mind, I'll quote it again. President Obasanjo, we went to visit him at Ota. Okay? We went to the president, first vice president. That time I was a second vice president. So we told him what we were there for. He said, that's the structure in IoD. We say, that time it was IoD, not Chartered Institute. He said, if that's the structure, I think Nigeria should copy what people are doing. He said that. Okay? On another occasion, President Jonathan came for a function 2 years ago, representing General Yakubu Gowon. He said, I'm here to represent my president. So I was sitting with him. So I discussed with him what our structure is. You know what he told me? He said, Mr. Second Vice President, if that's what your structure is in IOD, Nigeria should learn from what you people are doing. These are past presidents, okay? So I think if past presidents can think like me, okay, as an IOD, it's just for us to sing the proper song across to the political leadership,
Right.
apart from the business leadership, that there's something that we needed to do in terms of continuity for us to continue to run this country as efficient as it should be. Well, over 200 million people, okay? We are brilliant people. When they leave, they do excellently well. It's just a question of getting the proper leadership, giving them the guidelines, and I'm sure we'll be better as a people.
Yes, it's been an absolute honor speaking with you and having you share your insight as the immediate past former president of the Chartered Institute of Director and the distinguished fellow of the institution. Thank you so much, Alhaji Tijani Borodo.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.